So when I first found out that I won the National Tradeswoman of the Year award, I didn't believe it. Didn't even know I was nominated. I called our local chapter president, Brittany Buck, and found out that she had nominated me. So we both found out together that I had won and would be going to Boston a week later. My name is Sammy Cossairt. I've been a tower crane operator for the last 10 plus years. I'm really honored to have won. I know how many different types of trades there are out there and how many different skills women have that I don't have. I am still in total shock that I won. I'm still honestly processing and have not been able to fully appreciate it. Overloaded with gratitude and happiness.
My name is Brittany Buck. I'm an assistant superintendent with R.C. Matthews Contractor out of Nashville, Tennessee. Sammy is so tough. I know she works extremely long hours, and talk about isolation on a job site. She's truly working by herself and does not encounter many women in what she does. And just the knowledge and the skill that goes with being an operator, especially of a tall tower crane, is amazing. There's so much that goes into it, so much awareness that you have to have. Visibility is huge. So the recognition that Sammy's getting is going to help bring in the next generation of young female tower crane operators. It's going to show women who had no idea that there were other women up in those cranes. You know, young girls are going to be able to look up in the whatever city they live in and be like, hey, I know a girl, or I've seen a girl online that can do that. Maybe I can do that too. Also, having the support of her company, having Maxim's support, gives her a lot of credibility on site. It's not just a women's award from a women's organization. It's a nationally recognized award that really shows that she deserves this, and she was the best out of the nominations over.
She's coming in hot, 'cause now all of them are hustling, just trusting in the rise of a tradeswoman.
With Max and Crane, I've never been held off any of the big jobs. My towers have always gotten taller. I was always treated just like everybody else, and that's part of the reason I've become so successful, is because I was never once held back. Any girl that has the drive to get into construction needs to do it. If you already want it, then you've got that drive. You just got to keep following that and be tough about it. This is proof that hard work really does pay off. You just got to keep pushing and pushing and pushing and pushing.
I want the truth! You can't handle the truth!
Welcome to Drop Me Off in Nashville with Scotty and friends.
How do you give a better introduction than that, you guys? Welcome to Drop Me Off in Nashville. First time I ever done something like this before, but damn it, it's earned. We'll be right back after this.
Get ready. Get ready. Get ready. Ready. Let's do this. It's showtime. Please pay attention. Stop what you're doing and welcome our guest.
Hey, thanks for tuning in to Drop Me Off in Nashville. I have a very special guest today that I'm very proud of, this young lady. And thank you for coming in. And I want you to introduce everybody to who you are.
My name is Sammy Cossairt.
And where are you from?
I'm from North Idaho, from Hayden, Idaho.
What brought you to Nashville besides the music? Did you come here before the dream? What happened?
I did come for the music, but my connection was a construction connection, a superintendent on a job site, starting a band down here. I actually coming to sing for CMA Fest maybe 10 or 11 or 12 years ago. I had an opportunity to do that. That kind of led to my future move.
So it was like almost like a favorite vacation spot, kind of, or you came down here and went, oh my gosh, I love this city. I got to move here.
No, it was definitely never, like, I was always a goal to vacation here and a goal to move here, but I never had the means or the like a chance to how to, do that until I met this superintendent on a job site that wanted me to come sing. And then he moved here and he asked me to come be a singer when he moved here.
That's awesome. So we met through a mutual friend, Billy the singing mechanic.
Yeah.
You guys had the same almost property that you almost shared, right? Like he was 50 feet away.
Mm-hmm.
He did a lot of work for me on cars and stuff, and that's how I met. Billy was in a couple weeks ago, and it was great to have him on. He thinks the world of you, just so you know. He wanted to stay, and he goes, but it's going to get me home at 11:30 at night. So he said to make sure that I told you hi.
Yeah, he fixed a lot of cars for me too. It was really nice having him right there. I'd come home pretty desperate, and he'd take care of it. There's nothing better than having a mechanic next door
that you can trust.
Yes.
Yeah. So how did you're here? How did you get into the crane operating business, and then you're also juggling this music career? How did you do that? It's very impressive.
So I was doing a lot of construction. I started kind of
to pay the bills, right?
Yeah. I started as a laborer in Nashville and then kind of worked my way up there. And I was working at 3rd and Lee, a job site that had a crane on it. And I kind of got this goal and this opportunity that I knew that I wanted to do that because that looked like the biggest, baddest, watch what I say here.
No, you're good. You can say whatever you want.
Biggest, baddest ass thing to do on that job. So I wanted it. And then I found
the crane. You saw this crane.
Yeah.
And you went, that looks neat. I think I want to do that.
Yeah. I've always been very brave and I've always been very underestimated. So I've always stood out for kind of tackling things like that. And I knew that I could do it. If I found a way to somehow get into that business, I knew that I would do it. And got an opportunity through a boyfriend I was dating at the time. They had offered him the job, but I was operating equipment on that job site. And so he kind of shooed me in that way. And then I got really lucky to be with a company that hired me to do all the other like labor work and operator work until they bought their tower crane. And then they sent me to some training and they'd let me.
Is it like a school?
Yeah, it's like a trade school.
So you had to learn.
Yeah, it's not.
Winds. Everything, right?
Yeah. It's not as long as you would think. I'm actually on a committee right now, like it's giving out scholarships for young people to become crane operators or older too. So it's like a trade school, but.
How big is it inside that box up there? Because it looks pretty small. 4x4, 6x6.
I've never measured it. You can touch all sides, but you can kind of get up and walk around. The seat's a lot smaller than this. You can walk out on the back of the counter jib and stuff and, get your blood pumping.
Do you usually crawl up the ladder all the way up there?
Yeah.
Yeah, every single day.
Yeah, unless it's a really tall high rise and you have a good contractor, they'll put a cross out that they call it. When you jack the crane, it gets taller and taller as the building gets taller and the crane runs out of room to swing. They have to tie it in to brace the crane from falling over. And some of them, if they're a good contractor, will build you a little cross out so you can ride the buck hoist up and then walk across that cross out and you don't have to climb that whole entire way, but you still have to do the rest of the way.
Sure. So you're in this thing all day long. The wind's blowing.
Uh-huh.
Is it scary?
Yeah, it was blowing today, but no, you get over it. You learn to really trust the crane. It gets a little nerve wracking in some of the they're called piner cranes. Their bolts will loosen. You have to like climb and check those bolts, and you can twist them, and you're like, oh, that one's loose.
That's not good.
Yeah.
Geez, Sammy. I have to go tighten out that bolt probably.
Yeah, and call the technician to come fix them, but for the most part, you get really used to it, and that sucker's not falling over. They're made to weather vane, so they go with the wind. That's why the guy that got caught in the tornado was just fine, was because it was weather vaning, and it just.
Yeah. So let me ask you, when you're up there, your brain has to go a million miles an hour. You have a job to do, obviously, and you have to do it right.
Mm-hmm.
But you also have time to think, right? About music, about writing, about a million things must go through your head every day. Have you ever gotten some great lines sitting up there working?
Yeah, I did write some on a window, on the window with the dry erase marker.
So you didn't forget?
Yeah, and that's actually part of the reason, when I was doing the band thing and the crane opportunity came along, the band was not getting paid, and I wasn't going to ask them to work for me and not pay them, but I really didn't have the means to be paying all these guys. And so I was like, okay, if I do this crane operating, that's going to get me better money, and that's going to help my music. And
Sure.
It honestly took up a lot of my time. And I thought I could sit up there and like write all day, but that's only certain jobs. It's not high rises where you're 90 miles an hour, hundreds of picks a day.
Yeah. So when you first got to Nashville, remember how small it was? I mean, look at it now. When you're up there, have you ever counted how many cranes you saw? What's the record? Like 20, 30 cranes downtown Nashville at one time? Could you count it? Did you ever done that?
Yeah. So most of those were Maxim Cranes, and that's who I work for. That's the biggest crane company in America, or in the U.S. But at one point, I think it was up to 35 that you could see. And most of us knew each other, so we could point at each other and call each other.
Yeah.
And like,
kind of fun.
Did you just have an accident over there? It looks like you got something going on in the wind,
Yeah.
Or sometimes you'd be working with each other if there was a...
Did you ever get motion sickness?
It's this is going to sound kind of weird. I developed a balance or a disorder that affected my balance. Affects my balance now. I'm fine in the crane. When I'm on the ground, then I'm unsteady because the crane is swaying all the time, and my body has adjusted to all that bend and flex.
Sure.
So when I get on the ground, then I get like that. Then I get like a buoy in the water.
Yeah, because what are you up there, 10 hours a day?
Sometimes it's a lot worse than that. Sometimes it's like 17 hours when there's concrete issues. This job I'm on right now is 10, and that's the best I've ever had it. Not crazy overtime all the time. And yeah. But
so last year, your mom was in town.
Yes.
For the CMAs, was that what she was? What'd you guys do? Because you're all over social media.
Oh,
your mom's got to be super proud of you.
Yeah. Well, I hadn't even seen a high rise before I left Idaho. I didn't have any desire to go to a city. It's weird that I'm here, but it's Nashville. That's why I came here. So, and she definitely had not either. Like maybe in Spokane, but they don't care. They don't want to. They're like they come here and they're just like, how did our daughter get into this?
Yeah. The reason why I brought it up, because you two were constantly smiling in all the pictures. I mean, it's just like you were having the time of your life.
Yeah, it's CMA Fest. We were definitely drinking and.
So she was, but what did she think of Nashville? Was she overwhelmed? Was she like, this is great?
Yeah, I mean, they're not. She loves it. She loves country music. She loves that festival, but they don't. And she can't really call a lift. I mean, she can, but she's not used to packed row. Like
that's a lot of people.
And she's realized that I know how to tell her how to act in the city, but she doesn't want to listen to me. She doesn't realize that, Mom, this is kind of got to do it this way. But total culture shock for her, but fun, major fun. She loves it. She comes every year for CMA Fest.
What's her favorite bar?
Oh,
does she have one?
I think her favorite one was the Hard Rock because that's where I first sang here. But
oh yeah, that would make a lot of sense.
Yeah, but she like Hard Rock or Honky Tonk Central, and there's one she always goes back to. We kept going to the Garth Brooks one.
That's a cool bar. He did pretty good. He did a good job with that one.
Yeah, I like how it doesn't like you can really kind of move around and not
right.
It does get packed like up there by the stage, but it doesn't feel like so tight like the rest of them.
Right. You play downtown?
No. I have some opportunities coming up that I might be, and I'm looking into some things, but I would be doing that if I didn't work so much. I'm trying to work that out.
You're
right
tired.
Now.
I mean, how can you not be?
Yeah.
And then you're doing your job and you're concentrating. You have a very important job, and you can't screw up.
Mm-hmm.
So when you get off the crane, you're probably just mentally exhausted, not just physically, but you're just like, but you got to pay the bills, but you're here for music. So is it hard to juggle all of that?
Yeah. So the reason I was able to write Tradeswoman was because I was driving an hour and a half back and forth to the TVA Cumberland City job site for a tower crane over there because the tower crane work slowed down here for a couple months, and I had to drive out of town. And so that's when I was like, oh my gosh, I finally have time. And I wasn't on a high rise. I was on building a gas plant, and those are slow jobs. So I was riding in the crane then. And while I was driving, and I just got a lot of ideas then because I was like, I finally caught up to, this is what I want to be doing is music. And that was my only opportunity. It was in the car or in the crane. So.
Yeah, that's the crazy part. But those sometimes are the best moments, right? I always tell somebody, if something comes in your head, write it down. No matter if you're sleeping, if you're in the shower, if you're in the car, if you're in the crane, no matter where you are, write it down because you'll never remember 10 hours later. And that's the most frustrating thing in the world, right?
Yes.
Yeah, for sure. Hey, we'll be right back after this.
Hey, listen!
Hey, don't go nowhere. We've got more coming at you.
That's right, y'all.
Hold up now. Quick pit stop. If you're enjoying the show, make sure you're following Drop Me Off in Nashville on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, iHeart, Amazon Music, and Audible. All them good places your mama listens when she's cleaning the house. All right, let's get back to the madness.
Hey, welcome back to Drop Me Off in Nashville. So you wrote this song. What's the name of the song that you've been so well awarded for that we started the show out with, the Tradeswoman? How you wrote this whole thing by yourself? Music, everything?
I wrote all the lyrics and did not write the music, but I made sure when I sent it to the producer, I said, please don't make me change my melody. I don't like how when I bring it to a guitar player, because I'm just starting on guitar. I don't like it how when I bring it to a guitar player, it can change so much and they have you change things. I know that sometimes you have to mold the way you're singing it to make the timing better. But so he put the guitar pretty much to that. We changed a few things. But yeah, I wrote all the words. And
how was it in the studio? Were you nervous? It's hard. It's a lot of pressure, right?
Yeah.
I mean, so you get into a studio, let's just say this studio, for example, this is welcoming, right? It feels comfortable. Yeah. It doesn't feel like that you have all this pressures or executive's going to walk in. You're almost in this hideaway zone where some of the best in the world is recorded here. And I feel like that's what this Sonic Eden studio has. It has this vibe of just comfortable.
Yeah.
And it would be fun to record. Everybody that we bring in here, they're like, wow, whoa, this is great. Don't you feel that in here?
Definitely. Yeah. The dog, the sliding the door open and just.
It's very welcoming.
Yeah.
So you're doing a show in Orlando, right? With Allie Clean. Isn't that Garth's daughter?
Yeah.
Yeah. How'd that all come about?
Construction Angels is a nonprofit putting on a concert. They do clay shoots and golf tournaments and all sorts of other fundraisers for families left behind after construction fatalities.
That's so awesome. If they raise all this money and if somebody happens to tragically die, there's this fund that goes out for them. And that's awesome. You're going to be a part of that? And that's in Orlando, you said?
Yeah.
And what's it, March 24th. March 24th. And you're gonna open the show?
Yes.
Yeah. So that's gonna be the fun part, really, and singing in front of all those people, a song that you wrote.
Yeah. It's Women of Asphalt and ABG.
Did they come to you on this? Did they reach out and say, will you do this, or how did it all come together?
So I won the Tradeswoman of the Year, and Maxim made this really cool video for me. And when I won Tradeswoman of the Year, there was a concert there because that was all construction women at this big convention conference type thing. And I heard about Construction Angels.
We got to get into that too. How you won all that. We got to talk about that. I don't mean to interrupt. Like, okay, keep going.
So it was kind of a chain of events. Like, I wrote the song. I won the award. I won the first award. I wrote the song, won the second big award. Maxim made a really cool video and put it out to all their people. And then I heard about Construction Angels within there, and I tagged them in some fatalities and some cranes falling over in hopes that she would reach out to them. And she did. She got money to their families, and that's what this concert is about. So
how did you get nominated? Did somebody nominate? Did you know that you were being nominated for this?
So my boss nominated me in 2024, and I was kind of like, and I didn't get it that for the Nashville one. He nominated me. It's National Association for Women in Construction. This is the Nashville chapter, the local one. He nominated me, and I didn't get it, but I was like, I think we'll just try that again next year. And so it came around this year, and I ended up, we almost missed the deadline. So I just wrote everything out myself and nominated myself and won. And there's all sorts of different trades, but trades that I competed with, like electricians.
It's such an honor.
Welders. Yeah, it really was. I was something my heart was set on because I worked so many hours and pushed through so many different things that I will say that, yes, I earned that absolutely, because I didn't even want to do it if I hadn't gotten the McGavick Modera 30-story. I don't know if I would have nominated myself, because I'm like, okay, this is another really badass job. Let's try it at this award again this year. And
what'd your mom say? Did she come with you to the award?
No, they're in Idaho, but they're really excited and supportive.
It's a big honor.
Yeah, it was even bigger so the president of our national chapter, or Nashville chapter, behind my back, I say that behind my back like it's a bad thing, secretly nominated me for the national NAWIC, and that's the big one that I won in August. And she didn't even know I had won, like I said on the recording, but it was also their first national NAWIC Tradeswoman of the Year. So,
do you feel successful in that, or do you feel that your dream is music? So you want the success that you would honestly really deep down feel would be the music if something happened in that in your career? Or do you feel successful being in the tradeswoman and having the job that you have in the Korean world?
I really want.
Is that hole filled? Is it enough for you, or are you still?
Oh, I don't think I'm ever satisfied. I think I'm always going to want to go higher. I'm going to need to rein that in, because it's like hold on, appreciate this, soak this in. But
so I don't want. I'm trying to be very sensitive to your job, because we're all in Nashville. And we have to pay the bills. So we have to do something, right? Mm-hmm. But our dream or our soul is music, right? So you always want to go, yeah, this is great. Yeah, I'm making good money. Yeah, I got this award. Yeah, but it's not a ACM award. Yeah, it's not a. Do you feel that? Do you think about that stuff?
Oh yeah, absolutely. The way I kind of felt like, because it was really hard for me to ask Maxim to like use my song and stuff. Sure. I thought that, these are corporate guys. They're really nice guys. They did a whole lot for me, but for me to ask them to use that was like way out of my comfort zone. And he was like, no big deal. And I was like, oh, what? Oh, thanks.
But that's the thing. I've learned this. I had an artist named was Sebastian Roberts, and he called me one day and he goes, I'm going to ask Lori Morgan to sing on my record. Mm-hmm. And it happened.
Oh, easy as that.
So you asked and it happened. But as humans, we get in our head, like we think, I don't deserve to ask this. Who am I? Or is this song even good enough to put up? Mm-hmm. But as you now have learned, it is good enough. And they did play it and they did say yes. So that says a lot about your character and who you are and how those people feel about you. Don't you think that?
Yeah. I've been really lucky to be with not all women that are in construction are lucky to have guys over them like that. Like,
yeah,
they don't all get that lucky.
Right. So now you have this great job. You have this wonderful award that very few get to have. Where does it take you into the music business? Because we all know you know how to work hard. You've proven that. And that's what it takes to be in the music industry. Where do you pivot from here?
So I am, and since I put that song out and did a couple other conventions and kind of got stirred up the rest of the trades, there's more of us around the country, and got to meet like NAB2, that's North America Build Trade Unions, their president and whatnot, because of the song and the award. I told him I had more coming, and I've been working on other blue collar music. So that's how I'm going to try to keep the music.
That's a really good gimmick. Like Kenny Chesney's The Island. Blue collar music. That's a perfect label for it, because that would fit. That would sell.
I hope so.
That makes sense. You should stay on that path, I think. If I have any opinion that matters to you, that seems like that would make sense to me, though, right?
Yeah.
So what's the crazy bad part about the music industry that you know? Because this show is called Drop Me Off in Nashville, right? Mm-hmm. And my whole purpose is, how do you get people to where they want to be? How do you keep them away from the scum of the earth that live in this town and that take advantage of people? Mm-hmm. And you try to hook them up, or if anybody comes to me with advice or asks me advice, and you've done that a couple of times.
Yes.
And I've given you the best advice that I thought I could offer you at that time. Where do you go? Where do you trust? Who do you believe in? Who's not going to take advantage of you? Who's going to do a recording for $500 but charge you $5,000, and you know the difference? Have you experienced a lot of the nonsense that goes on in this town?
Yes.
Hard to navigate, isn't it? And it's very discouraging because how could you piss on a guy's or a gal's dream?
Yeah.
Or take advantage of that.
I think I'm definitely hypersensitive to it. I hired, I don't know if hired's the right term, but I took some coaching from, her name's Leanne Felon, to kind of help me, like, should I be doing this? Should I be doing this? And she helps me work some things out like you did too, like, nah, not on this or this. And she actually got me the connection for the producer from her other connections and told me how much I should be paying. And, but yeah, I think that like going out to, I've been thinking about going downtown and singing, and I don't think I would ever, like, I'm going straight to the girl singers and be like, okay, what you tell me what I should do. Like, I'm not going to try to do it the way I did before.
Right. Because the way before was harder, right?
Yeah. There's
so many bars downtown, though, and all of them have 3-4 floors. It starts at 10 in the morning and ends at 3 in the morning. But you're working from 8 in the morning till 6 o'clock at night. So to get off and then grab your guitar and go downtown and sing for 4 hours almost seems impossible. You literally have to do it just on the weekends almost, right?
Yeah. And I work Saturdays too. And sometimes I'm working at 4 in the morning. So
the best thing for you right now is continue to write and continue to perform in the studio, continue to put music out. That's what I would do if I was you, for sure, because you have something really powerful that's taken on and it's getting traction. So you got to continue to build on that, right?
That's the goal. I hope
that's
so.
The goal. I think that's the goal for anybody. Yeah, the music industry is very difficult for sure. And then do you do all the social media posts and all that stuff? Are you into all that, or is it kind of taking a back seat for you?
I'm terrible at social media. I just started learning Instagram. I have to call somebody every time I make a post. I messed up a post today. I've done this thing where I share it and it cross posts, and I didn't think I don't know.
No, I hear you loud and clear.
I'm terrible at that, but I was told that you have to do that.
Sammy, isn't that crazy? It's not about the music no more. It's how many people like you on Facebook or Instagram or TikTok.
Yeah, and when they're so nice and they give you all the comments, I want to reply to all those. And it gets really overwhelming. And that sounds kind of rude of me to say that, but I'm like, I cannot do this.
No, you can't. No, you can't. And that's a measure of that you're being successful too. So know that, sometimes it's just easier to put one post up, thank you all for the nice comments or something like that, just to acknowledge them. Because to be able to go through all that, and it's only going to get busier. It just seems like that's where the music industry has gone. And I've talked to so many people, and I'm actually managing a major Billboard artist now. And the biggest thing that they say is this person at 1 million? Do they have 1 million that? Do they have 1 million this? Do they have this many followers? And I'm just thinking, what about the song?
Yeah.
Is the song good enough? Yeah. If you put it on the radio, what's going to happen with the song? Why does it matter if he has 1 million followers or not? The song's good enough, isn't it? And I can never get a straight answer with that. And that's where I feel like it's become almost a distraction. It's a way for the labels to tell you no. Now I can tell you no for any other reason. You have 500,000 followers here, but you only have 300,000 here. So come back to us when you get this built up a little more, even though your song is absolutely amazing and sold all kinds of downloads on your own. It's just tough. It's changed. And I wish that the CDs were back where you could sell something. You know what I mean? You invest yourself into a studio and you pay, let's just say $5,000 for 5 songs. And now you make a few CDs and you go and you sell them at your shows. And at least you can get some kind of money back. Now you put the song out on Spotify or whatever, and you're getting, you sell 1 million, you get $4,000. Or there's nothing in it no more. So it almost seems like it's almost impossible for an independent artist to grow their own career. Do you feel that pressure at all? Have you experienced any of that?
Oh yeah, absolutely. So putting out that song in a little sign at one of the conventions that got it got people to scan this code 4,000 times. And I was like, wow, I just got people to do that. Go this QR code with my song. And I was like, that is so awesome.
Yes.
And I think don't quote me on this, but 0.003 cents per scan.
Yeah.
So that was cool to see.
Come on. It doesn't even. I heard the guy who owns Spotify, and I could be talking onto my ass, and sorry if I am, but I heard he's richer than all the artists put together.
Oh, well.
Which would make sense, right? I mean, give me a break. It just makes me cringe. That's why I miss the CDs, I miss the albums. But we did an episode, and I think I was actually talking to John Albany, the engineer here today, and he talked about CDs a little bit and that album sales were higher than CD sales last year. And I just find that very awesome to have that actual records that people are actually buying. Right, John? Is that kind of what happened?
Yeah.
The album sales were.
Over the past few years with the CDs dropping off, vinyl has made a
huge impact.
Big impact.
You see more of them.
However, I was just watching some stuff recently, and they were talking about how everyone's kind of getting more out with the AI stuff and everything. It was neat at the time. Now they're getting more out with it. They want something they can actually go back to that a human made. So CDs are starting to sell again.
Interesting.
Because people want something to hold on to.
I want something to hold on to.
Yeah.
I want to sell it. It's just become, the music industry's become so. Have you experienced AI and Suno and all that stuff? Do you know about all that stuff yet?
A guy approached me and asked me to take on the persona of his AI singer. He wanted me to go out and he was going to pay for everything.
I just need to rub my temples for a minute. Just hang on. I just gotta. Don't headache. Please don't set in. Sammy, it's because you're pretty, and he wants to sell his product, right? Mm-hmm. And what did you say?
I wanted to hear him out because I wanted to know how messed up this was, and he kind of at first, I wasn't like, it sounded like he was trying to sell his song to me, and then it kind of turned into, well, you could take on such and such's name, and then he sent me all these AI songs that he wrote with another girl's voice. And the AI, in case you guys haven't noticed yet, they sound incredible and real. Like, they sound really good.
Listen for this, okay? Listen for this. The artist that's singing doesn't breathe.
Oh, okay.
Listen for that. Listen carefully for that. Right, John? We learned that.
I can't stand listening to AI voices. They drive me right up the wall.
They don't take a breath.
At first, I didn't notice them. And I thought, wow, that's really good.
We learned it here.
We learned it here when we were.
Yeah, we learned it here.
And now I listen to them and I'm like,
it's annoying.
That's like, just a pencil in the eye.
They don't take a breath, Sammy. They'll start singing a lyric and there's no room to breathe.
Some of them are better than others, but for the most part, they're really annoying. And this is what I'm talking about. I think people are finally starting to hear it and they're starting to get tired of it.
We're going to see where this goes.
Yeah.
There's so many lawsuits out there right now
it's still going to be there. But, some people are catching on and going, I want to go see a real person again.
Right. So at the end of the day, he says he's a quote unquote songwriter because AI and Suno put this song together for him. And then he was going to put your likeness on it. Right?
He wanted me to go out. He was going to, I don't know if he was going to find me a gig or find me, I don't know. He wanted me to go out and be a living, breathing body and sing these songs, his songs. And I guess he's going to use the live video to make that AI song look real.
So what they do, they're trying this with the guy that I'm working with. They bring out this camera and they shoot you for about 4 hours.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, I already know where this is going. Like the animal videos?
Yeah.
So then I can just put my face on anything.
Anywhere. I could put you in the ocean. I could put you on the beach. I could put you in San Diego. I can put you in Minnesota. I could put you in a crane. And you almost look like a robot. Mm-hmm. I got so many things back from the person who's supposed to be this great expert at this thing. Mm-hmm. It looks like shit. It looks absolutely terrible, Sammy. Mm-hmm. And the artist has to sit there for hours on end to get all these different shots, and they're going to go back, and then they think that they're going to. It literally looks like you're a robot. But they'd make this video, and they'll put you in every scene. They'll put a man with you or a woman with you, and and you'll walk hand in hand, and it from the back, you're good. You see the front, it's awful.
Wow.
Awful. But I think it's only going to get better. I'm sure it's only going to get better. But at this point in the game, I am just not a fan.
I've seen the animal videos, and they are so good, like horse accident videos.
Yeah. And like tigers are chasing you and all, right?
Yeah. Those are getting pretty good.
Yeah, but they're not a human. That's what I think it is. I mean, I could be, like I said, I could be talking on my ass, but it doesn't come off right. It looks really weird. Hey, we'll be right back after this.
They were legends, icons, voices that shaped the soul of country music. Johnny Cash.
Hello, I'm Johnny Cash.
Loretta Lynn.
Well, I was born to coal miner's daughter.
Now you can walk through the places they called home all in one day. Just outside of Nashville, explore Hideaway Farm, the private cabin retreat where Johnny Cash found peace, prayed, and played for friends. See his personal cars, memorabilia, and the home that held his heart. Then, just a scenic drive away, step into the story of Loretta Lynn at her historic ranch in Hurricane Mills. Tour her beautiful home, visit her museum, and stand in the footsteps of country royalty. Two American legends, two unforgettable homes, one epic day trip just outside of Nashville. Book your tours now and experience country music history up close and personal. This is more than sightseeing, it's stepping into the soul of Nashville.
Hey, welcome back to Drop Me Off in Nashville. We're sitting here talking in the break, and I think I need to put this on the air. Let's be very careful what we say and who it was, okay? So we'll leave that part out. But when this person reached out to you about this AI thing that we're going to do, he kind of found you on a website that you're really not even affiliated with anymore, right? Mm-hmm. And then when he did that, did it feel like, did he need you to come out and he's going to shoot you? How did it, like, what was his spiel? I want to hear the bullshit.
He wanted me to
John, don't laugh.
learn his songs. And
were they good?
They were. I could tell a man wrote them because it was like a sassy, not that like guys can't write girl songs, but sure. Like it was a
Jesus Take the Wheel. There you go. Your guy wrote a great song, girl song.
Yeah. It was like a kind of like a country girl, all these country girl songs, but like the tough, sassy, mean, don't need a man songs. But there's a few lines in there where I'm like,
right,
almost, but
yeah.
But they were good overall. I was like, oh, that's my kind of song right there. I like that. So he had a lot of those that were really good, and then he was trying to see if I wanted to sing them. Then it turned into, do you want to? I could book you a show. I want you to record a video. It would be of these 6 or 7 different songs of you singing that. He would set it all up. I wouldn't have to do anything besides learn the song.
In LA or here in Nashville?
I think it was going to be in Nashville. Like he's going to pay for everything.
Come here. Yeah. And what made you say no? What was that factor that you went, something's not right here, or this is not me?
When he said take on the persona.
Yeah.
That got weird.
It was almost like an acting gig.
Yeah, like it would be my face and my body for what's the AI singer's name and her song. So what am I even doing then?
Do you ever watch Friends?
Yeah.
Remember when Phoebe went in and sang on that record, and then they used somebody else's voice, and then she brought the song back to Rachel and everybody, and she goes, man, I'm a damn good singer, or whatever the hell she said. It was so clever. I'm paraphrasing wrong, but this is when she did the Smelly Cat song. Remember? You don't remember? You got to see this episode. And she came back and she was so impressed but they brought in a whole nother singer because Phoebe can't sing that good, right? That's her whole gimmick. But they brought in another singer and they sang, and Phoebe thought it was her, and she was all proud of this. That's what made me think of it. But if you see the episode, I promise you'll be like, oh, I remember what Scott's talking about now. I don't know why I went off that, but I love Friends. It's one of them shows that you just turn on and just let it run in the background, right? And you can't go wrong, whichever one comes on.
Yeah.
What's going on? What's going to happen for 2026 for Sammy?
More blue collar music, and a little kick at AI is probably going to be encompassed in that blue collar, because that is something that AI is not going to be able to take, is trades.
No.
Tradeswomen. Mm-hmm.
We talk about that with studios. Like, people actually really thought that they could put something on Suno, it's not human, try to copyright it, register it with BMI or ASCAP, whatever the pro you're going to use, and think that they're going to get paid for that. That's the crazy talk of all of it. It's not going to happen. It's just, there's so many lawsuits. It's unbelievable. But what I find out with AI now is that I guess Warner Brothers got involved with Suno, and I don't know the whole thing with that. DistroKid, the distributor, is selling their company. Why is that happening? At the height of their career, I think they own 85% of the market. Why are they selling?
Because they're getting sued?
I don't know. I have no idea. I want to know why. Why would you sell? You're at the best you could be right now. Is it because of AI? Is there something happening in the industry that's changing? I don't know what's going on, but I would love to find out what's going on, because it just doesn't seem to make sense to me. Why everything is just, it's different ever since AI came out.
I forgot to tell you, a friend of mine, they offer AI, or whoever sells AI, offered her $400 to copy her voice on AI and have it forever. That was the number.
$400?
To have her voice forever.
So now they're starting to buy, instead of label voices who they were pulling off of, now that they got sued, now they're going to the general public and saying, if I can copy your voice and put it in AI, I'll pay you $400 and we get to keep that likeness and use it.
Or maybe it started with voices like that were originally a person's voice. I don't know.
Who approached her? Did she tell you?
Nope, but...
Was she a great singer?
Yeah. She's a vocal coach, sang on Broadway. She just got a gig this weekend. Casey Clinton.
I can't even believe that. That's what's happening. John, can you believe that? Now they're going after these guys and going, I want to buy your voice so I could pop it in my Suno.
Make it 400,000.
400,000 instead of $400.
$400.
Yeah. That's what the subscriptions are. I mean, you're paying whatever the subscriptions are to use that stuff alone is crazy. So you're going to be writing a bunch of new stuff. Are you going to do any co-writes? Do you have any of that kind of stuff set up, Sammy?
No. I take a long time to write a song. I feel like I'm going to slow somebody else down unless I can like pass it back and forth.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like slowing people down, especially like songwriters that are more experienced and faster than I am.
Did you know that Billy had a top 30 Billboard hit?
Did he really?
Yeah.
No?
I didn't know that either. I just found that out today. I known the guy for 15 years.
Huh.
Yeah. Him and his sister Judy. You know Judy? Have you ever met Judy Rodman? Yeah. She's incredible. They're doing a bunch of stuff. And she's really just taking him under his wing, and he gravitates to her, what she teaches him, and it's been incredible.
Okay.
She just lost her son.
Oh.
Yeah, and Billy's writing a song about it, and we didn't talk about the title on air, but it's pretty powerful what he's doing. I'm gonna tell you when the mics are off what was said. But Billy's become a pretty damn good songwriter, and I think he'd love to bounce things off with you, because I think he's, after he went blind, you heard about that.
Yes.
I think he really, Billy, I'm not speaking for you by any means, but I think the music kind of saved him a little bit, because he had something to look forward to and come back to and get, put his guitar in his hand and work and really put time into his craft. So that might be somebody that you used to be neighbors with, who is a friend of yours, that could actually get in that type of, feel of co-writing with somebody, because that he wouldn't be mad at you because he thinks the world of you. You know what I mean?
Good old Billy.
Were those horses behind, were those yours? Mm-hmm. Those were your horses? Do you still have horses?
Yeah, I bought 16 acres in Greenbrier. So they're...
How many you got?
Still the same horse and pony.
Yeah. Are you going to get any more?
I need to get, I want to get one so people can ride with me, but the horse is getting old now. She needs like 10 pounds of grain a day. Her teeth aren't hitting right, and she's totally high maintenance. So she's not going to be she's a really good horse. I've had her since high school, 4-H horse, and she can do everything, but she's about to be at that point where...
How old is she?
It's like, I hate doing the math, but I think she's at 27. It might be 25.
That's going to break your heart, Sammy.
Yeah, it will, but it will help the bank a little bit. That grain is that sounds terrible. But...
No, but it's circle of life. We are all going to die one day, and so do the animals. That's just a hard thing, though, because those animals become so close. They almost become your best friend. You know what I mean? And because you have a lot of pictures on your Facebook of you and that horse and the water and everything else.
Yeah.
Do you have anything on Spotify? Do you have anything on YouTube? Do you want to tell the people where they should go to listen to your stuff?
So Tradeswoman is on everything. It's all one word, TRADESWOMAN, SAMMY is my name. My last name's kind of hard to spell, but if you do Tradeswoman, Sammy, that should pop it up.
SAMMY. Yeah. And then anything on there we'll show you. Do you have to buy tickets for that thing down in Orlando?
Yeah, so that is a Backroads benefit concert live at the Point, Sports and Social, Orlando, Florida.
Who's all playing? Do you know all the people?
Allie Colleen, Angie Kay, and Jordan Oakes.
And you. Mm-hmm. Gonna be awesome. Thanks for coming in today.
Thank you for having me.
You're very busy, and it's hard sometimes to schedule. And I know that you made time for this, and I appreciate it.
I'm just excited I got to do it. I'm so glad you called me.
No, it's going to be good. Thanks, Sammy. I appreciate it.
Thanks for joining Scotty and Friends. Don't forget to like and subscribe to join the Drop Me Off in Nashville family. Engineering and production provided by Podcast Production Music.
We're in Nashville. Can't thank you enough for all the time.
Y'all come back now. Here?